Hello and welcome to the first episode of Subnautica Megabase. Basically this is my favorite game of all time, and I will be doing a new game playing on survival with the goal of making an enormous base. Seeing as I have some experience in the game, I'll kind of make it like a guide as well. I'm going to try to do a quick start as well. So yeah, enjoy the introduction. It's really cool. It's probably got one of the best soundtracks of the decade.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Boom. This is amazing in VR as well. Alright, so getting right into it, we wake up in our crashed life pod and there is a fire. There's no rush, it's not terribly hard. You got a good beat. Basically just pick up the extinguisher with the right click and left click, right click to use it. It's very easy. There's a lot of tooltips compared to when I played it in the early access. Just make sure you get that fire good.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world.
So cool.
Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice.
I will.
Good luck.
So basically there were a lot of people working on this game. I'm going to try to do them some justice by reading up on a lot of the tooltips later on at some point. Just identifying all the fish, the floor, the plants, pretty much everything in the game. I really want to get into all the backstories as much as I can, as well as do a ridiculously massive base. So you'll notice on the bottom left I've got health, food and water. They can all be fixed with one single fish, which I will show you very soon. Let me just do the tutorial. 1, 2, 6 is all your quick things. Once you start the game, if you do feel worried, you do have some nutrient blocks and some water and some flares. Don't need them. I wouldn't use them. I'll put my fire extinguisher back in there because I won't be needing it again. And basically we're thrown into this PDF. On the first page, when you push tab, you have your inventory, blueprints of everything you can build and gather, beacons, which is where you get your quests. They pop up when you get a radio message. I really disliked Below Zero. I haven't even finished that game, to be honest. It was a massive letdown for me. But they don't have anything like this. The waypoints don't exist. Here it's really simple, really easy. You can do it at your own pace. Photo Manager, F11 takes screenshots, which you can have in photos. Voice log and databank are pretty much what you'll be using to reread messages and just finding things like pretty much this, which is what I was referring to before. A lot of work went into this type of art and descriptions. So the first thing we want to do is repair this with a repair tool, and this is our fabricator. These power cells are solar powered and the ship recharges them. We have our first aid kit here, which recharges and regenerates, and we have our fabricator. Resource tab lets us break down basic materials and electronics, parts into electronics. This is where we cook our sustenance, and personal is how we make equipment and tools. Now we want a repair tool, which is from silicon rubber, which comes from creeper vines. You can find that out in blueprint. I know that, but I'll show you in a second. Cave sulfur comes from caves. They're a little angry fish that explode on impact and they come after you. They don't do much damage one-on-one, so it's not a massive problem. And titanium, which is all over the place. So let's escape to the surface and see how amazing this planet looks. That is our crash ship.
Orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
God, look how beautiful that water is. I have a phobia of deep sea monsters and small spiders ever since I was little. I don't know how I managed to play this game, but the good outweighed the bad, and obviously I'm having a blast playing it. So you'll notice on the bottom left you've got 42 seconds of oxygen. It will not take long to make yourself an oxygen tank. The first thing you want to do is look at these little fish and find these ones that look purple. They look kind of like a lung. They're called bladderfish.
New creature discovered.
They're basically bladders. They let you do a lot of things.
Life forms may have unexpected applications.
So we'll grab some scrap metal.
Is a proven survival
That can be, we'll grab some random fish as well.
New creature
For food. Once we hit 15 seconds oxygen on the bottom left, as you can see, we want to get away. Oh, limestone, there we go. Now we have some copper. We can come up from air, and it takes about a second for you to get air back. So back in our ship, using our fabricator, you'll see we now have some recipes. If we cook the bladderfish, it'll give us food and water. And if we cook other fish, normally they'll give us food and make us a bit dehydrated. But not always, depends on the fish. When you scan them, you'll understand. So 16 food, H2O, sorry. And grey fish gives us more food and a little bit of water. Now we'll use that first aid kit up. We will do a save since we're 7 minutes in the game. That's recharging, and that's on 27%. So every, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes that should recharge to full health. Now with the scrap metal we have, we're going to make titanium. And basically titanium you can find anywhere from nodes on the seafloor. Titanium, copper, and cave sulfur is what we need at the start of the game. So where the pod lands, look towards the aurora, and a bit to the right and a bit to the left, and you'll see there's some vines over there. And that's where we want to go to get our silicon, or our rubber. Feel free to stop past Rex once you have a scanner. That's where you find blueprints to make base parts and whatnot. Collect as much titanium as you can at the start. Now you need a knife to gather these plants, but you don't need a knife to gather these bulbs. Just watch out for these shark things. They gather scrap. They will bite you. They aren't terribly strong. Check out your inventory. They do take up 4 spaces. And let's head back. These little shark things drop teeth, which you can use to make strong glass. You can also tame them by giving them fish and scrap. In return, they will give you, I think they just give you random resources or nodes, or they just bring you materials. It doesn't last forever, so I've never actually tamed them. I collect everything myself. Oh, a bladderfish, come here. You are good, I need you. You can just use your mouse wheel to rotate if you don't want to see them in your hand. Alright, we do need some cave sulfur. We are low on cave sulfur. But now we can make lubricant. And silicon rubber. We'll make a fair bit of this because some of our things that we'll be carrying will require it. And it takes up a lot less space than the creeper vine. Once we use it, obviously, otherwise it does take up the same amount of space. Okay, so as you can see, we've got silicon rubber, copper, and a bladderfish. So let's cook that little guy up straight away. Now I'm not going to make some stuff yet, even though I can, because I need cave sulfur. So let's try to get some of that before it gets dark and we will be happy. So where I went to those mangrove, that's a pretty good area. Okay, here we go. These are the things that explode. I don't have any fins yet, so I can't really outrun them. As you saw, it exploded. I've lost some health. But now I've got cave sulfur. And I've got some more nodes I can pick. Here's another one. I've got more cave sulfur, which is great. I have lost some more health, but it's not a big deal. It looks like the sun is setting, so let's see if we can find a little bit more copper. Copper. Caves are great for quartz and the like. Never go too deep at the start or you won't be able to get out and you will die of oxygen deprivation. I just want one more copper. Can we find a copper? Normally they can spawn literally anywhere, so you kind of just want to look all around. Alright, it's getting dark. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing scary than normal comes out at night. But it is hard to see until you get a torch or a sea glide. Now I'm really keen on finding a little bit more. There's a node. Only titanium, that's a shame. I don't think I'm going to find another node of copper, so I'm going to head back to base. At 9 seconds you get a warning that tells you need the oxygen, which is cool. But I think we have enough to upgrade to a bigger tank, so we'll do that. Nope, I was really hoping for another copper. Alright, let's see what we can make with what we have. Hopefully night doesn't last too long. Okay. God, we can already make a battery. Look at that. So, if we go into tools, you'll see that we can make a scanner. That lets us identify base parts and electronics to make our own things. Straight up, we make the repair tool. And a knife, which is good for gathering things, and you can kill fish, but it's easy to catch them.
Removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
And if we go into materials, we can make a standard oxygen tank. So from 45 seconds, we now have 75. And then we've got fins, which help us swim faster. Now with these two things, we can dodge the pufferfish.
Provide environment appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Basically, the fire extinguisher, the pipe, and the floating air pump you do not need. They are just a safety thing that is a possibility. You do not need a first aid kit. You don't even need flares. So let's go into crafting electronics and we will make a single battery with our copper ore we have. And then from there we will go into the tools and we'll make a scanner. Now this lets us find things to identify. Now I could make a flashlight if I had some more stuff, but I don't. So the medkit is almost full. Basically we pull out the repair tool and we right click it. Power doesn't go down unless we're actually repairing something. So aim it at anything that says repair and right click. And this smoky hunk of junk is now a nice cool little base. After we repair the actual ship, we want to repair the radio. This is where we get our quest from.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Okay, we can make a high capacity tank, but we need silver. It's a bit harder to find, so we won't worry about that. Now the first thing we're going to do is save, because it's 15 minutes in and we've got some items in our inventory, and we're going to get our scanner. It's still nighttime, which is fine. We will hold off on scanning until a bit later on. We'll go for parts first. As you can see, you can scan everything / a lot of things. And with your knife you can actually gather seeds for a lot of things. I actually don't need those seeds, so that was a bit silly, but anyway. Let's collect some fish. We are hungry. You can scan the fish as well. Now I've got the fins on, so I'm a bit quicker than normal. I'm just going to grab whatever's near me. But those things are gas pods. They're not dangerous, but they leave behind little balls of gas that explode when they're threatened. Do not make them feel threatened and you will be fine. If you're fast enough to collect the gas balls, then you can use them to make torpedoes when you get the submarine eventually. Oh wow, they updated the texture and graphics of these guys. They look pretty cool. It's been a while since I've played this game. The first two finishes.
Organisms, while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
The first two times I finished it, it was early access. If you notice on the very top of the screen, above the depth meter, the power is 11 out of 45. It goes down because it's nighttime.
Increased local radiation levels.
And there's no solar power charging it.
Damage to the Aurora's driving
And that's used up by the fabricator. So it'll start going up now it's daytime. Let's eat all our yummy fish. As you can see, it doesn't give us as much H2O as we want. So use a med kit. There we go. Let's save it now that we're at a better health state. And it's pretty much daytime. So let's go back towards these corals where we found all those wreckages along the way. And straight up, almost 20 minutes in, we want to scan everything to get a sea glide. So that's a Gav trap. Gravity traps I've never used, but you can scan them for the blueprints. You don't need them. These are useless things in this playthrough / this game. Okay, beacons are very important. Always keep 2 or 3 on you at all times. They will help you greatly exploring the deep, finding places. There is a big map in Subnautica, and none of it's labeled. So you really need to put a beacon at the very top, and then when you have a submarine, you just dive down to find wherever you need to go. These cargo boxes have things hidden in them, so you want to explore them. Majority of the time, that's where you'll be finding the base parts and the other parts that you need. Wreckages are really good. That's where most of the scanning finds are going to come from. Just make sure you constantly keep an eye on your oxygen. These plants here give you oxygen. They're called brain coral. If you stand above the bubbles, you'll see it give you oxygen. It's a great starting out thing. Okay, so here we have our first part of a sea glide fragment inside a box, which is great. It's exactly where I thought it would be. This is salt, by the way. You don't really need that this early on the game. I tend to save battery by not scanning the salvage, but mobile vehicle bay. This is where you can make a sea moth. It's good to scan that early on. That is just metal salvage, so I'm going to continue to look around this area until I can make a sea glide. Now, a sea glide is your first means of transportation, followed by the sea moth, and then the... do I have room for that? Yes, I do. The sea moth, and then the cyclops.
Grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
Alright, let's get the scanner out again. Now I'm going to save the battery of the scanner only by scanning what I need.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, there are a lot of shark things, so just really watch out. but also keep an eye out for those wreckages. Okay, I just need one more box. My only other warning for this early stage of the game is do not go near the Aurora. And that is where the Reapers are, and they are big and they are scary. You do not want to go near them. You'll find a lot of interesting stuff here near the wreckages, and you'll want to scan all of it. Like a vending machine. So when I make a house, I'll have a vending machine. Boom, done. Then we got the scanner. Now once you have a beacon, you're pretty much safe. Basically, if you can see that, the 286 meter to my life pod, a beacon will do that. It'll mark an area where your life pod is. Okay, we got a trash can. Look at that. Wow, early on trash can. That means once we have a base, we can put trash cans in it. Oh, fluid analyzer. So there's a lot of decoration as well, which has been added since I've played this game, which is good. A lot of this stuff didn't exist back when I started. Oh wow, look at all this decorational stuff. Basically, when I make my Megabase, it's going to have a nice lab in it. Alright, we need copper badly. Oh, I need you. You're a water fish. I'm going to turn you into a water bottle. Basically, just have a look everywhere. Things you can break are a little bit more pale than the rest. There we go, there's one. Yes, copper. Done. Limestone, copper. Beautiful, look at that copper. We got heaps of copper now. We do need more, but for now that's good. Do a quick scan of the left. Can we find one more before we have to come up from there? Nope, that's it. Alright. Oh, there's two more. Okay. So that was cutting it close with the 6 seconds. Copper. Beautiful. That is a lot of copper. That should set us for a little while. Now my food is full. I got one of those puffer fish in the bottom right. And that will give me a water bottle, which will replenish a lot of water and no food. But that's fine, because I don't really need that. These are the gas pods. Let's see if we can get close enough to scan one. Those balls are left behind. You can pick up if you're quick enough. And then they explode. They are otherwise harmless aside from their gas. They like to fart in self-defense. Alright, we are almost half an hour in the game and we have already scanned a few good things. Once we have the Sea Glide, we will have range. Once we get back to the ship, it is now day 2, so we'll have our first quest, which is a beacon signaling us to go find a life pod. Possibly day 2, maybe not yet. Alright, so let's open our storage and put stuff away. We do not need that much silicon rubber, we do not need lubricant yet, and the seeds we accidentally picked up we do not need. So we'll try to use that titanium. We will make fiber mesh since we don't have any yet. Oh, we can make copper wire, but do we have enough copper? That's the question. We don't have silver, so we won't worry about that. But our tools, what tools can we make? A pathfinder. Good for exploring caves, do not recommend it. You don't need to waste those resources just yet. I will recommend the flashlight at night, but you don't really need that when you have a Sea Glide. So we need copper wire, battery, and lubricant. So let's make our copper wire. Let's grab our lube. And let's make a battery. Oh, that's going to be a bit more expensive, isn't it? So I need 2 acidic mushrooms. And hopefully nothing else. But before we do that, let's cook up that fish. Click on water and filtered water. Bladder fish, number 1. Bang. Now the filtered water, you can make it once you have a base and you have a processing plant that makes processed water. That's pretty much mid-end game. This gives you 20 plus 20. So drink that, beautiful. If you get 2 or 3 of these fish and you pop 3 of them, that's your health pretty much covered. Now let's grab 2 of these acidic mushrooms so we can make another battery. There we go, there's our quest, it's flashing. Quick pro tip, it's actually quicker and cheaper to build a repair tool and taking the battery out of it than to make your own repair battery. So all you need is silicon, cave sulfur and titanium, and that saves you having to get the components to make a battery, which is the mushrooms and copper, depending on your location obviously. So we'll make the battery. And we've got ourselves a Sea Glide. Now this we have
will increase your
in
effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
yeah, good luck. Basically it takes up a fair bit of space, but as you can see it gives you quite a lot of distance that you can travel. Why can't I move you around? Oh, you've got to do it from the inventory. So grab the knife, drop it, drag. What? Alright, so I want the knife, the scanner, and the repair tool. Okay, done. So we'll do another save. We'll check the message.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous,
Giggity.
don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously.
Seriously.
3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Now that's updated. We will have that on our radar. Is there anything we don't need just yet? So we'll put our sulfur. We will store some titanium. And we'll see. We don't need a beacon or anything, so that's all fine. Yeah, I'll make one to keep in our inventory. What the hell? And that'll just sit there until we drop it. Now we have a Sea Glide. So as you can see, our target 440, 430, 420. We'll take this little baby out. It comes with a map and a light. The map is useless. It's mainly for caves. Clicking the right button deactivates the map and the light. So one click turns the light and the map on. Oh, sorry, the map on. The second click turns the light on, and the third click turns it all off. So map, light, light, map. Oh wow, that just failed. So we got a map and a light. We got the map. We got a light. We got a map. We got a light and a map. We got neither. All right, it's a bit fidgety, so let's move on. 4, 9, 8, 7. You can just kind of tell it's a lot quicker. Leaving the light off drains less battery, obviously, so we can do that. You can kind of catapult out of the water with it. Doesn't really do anything though. Generally keep an emptier inventory when you're exploring. You will pick things up on the way. Make sure you keep an eye out on where the aurora is. You don't want to go near the back or the front. That is where you will get attacked by reapers. The only scary thing in the game. If you don't like being scared, you can play below zero. Everything in that game is absolutely tiny. They just sound terrifying. And here we have a crashed life pod. Let's get inside and pick up the PDA. Push tab.
Integrating new PDA.
Go into voice log. Then go into databank. And it should already open up data downloads. If not, just go into the blueprints, data downloads, or in survivors and push play.
Really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an
Compass.
hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
I'm sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the light pod.
You're calm about this.
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
Alright, if you identify
Acquired.
something that you've already identified, you'll just get titanium for it. 2 chunks of titanium. Alright, oh, bladderfish, let's grab some of those. 1, 2. Oh, a cave. As you can see, the light. Okay, oxygen is full. These smoother ones contain gold and silver. Once you pass 50 or 100 depth, that's when you'll start finding them. Now if I can get a silver, there we go.
Are an essential component of many habitat modules. Be advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
It's alright, because I've got a brain collar right here, so I should be safe. Pump me with some oxygen. Those things sting you, do not walk underneath them. Oh, and we got lead. Oh wow, we got quite a bit early on. If I can get 1 more silver, I should be good. And glass would be good too. Okay, got heaps of titanium. So let's stick with the glass and the silver. Oh, that was noisy. What was that? They must have added some ambience. I'm not even sure if that was something that's local. Okay, we've got a sea glide, so we don't need that. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, the sea glide has used 15% battery. I never used to go through the battery that quickly, so that's obviously something that's new. And we are using the light, obviously, so that's going to be a factor. Luckily, the sea moth is not as energy heavy. And if it is, it recharges in the moon pool, so you will be safe. Now we've got quite a bit to work with now. I'm just going to scan some table coral because you can make something out of this. I just can't remember what it is.
Oxygen.
Oop. Thank you for the warning. Your life pod has some... Oh, another one. Look at that. So quick. So, let's make some glass because we have a lot of quartz we don't need. Let's make... Oh, do we want a wiring kit or do we want to upgrade our scuba tank? Yep, let's upgrade our scuba tank. So we drag it into our inventory. Half an hour in, next tank. Not bad. And we go from 45 to 75 all the way to 135. That is nice. I feel safe already. Now my main source of food once I get underway is I plant little pots and I eat the fruit. Fruit grows back, you don't really have to chase it down. I think it's pretty ideal. Now on the blueprint page you can see everything that you need here. Oh, we can make bleach, that's cool. So wiring kit, computer chips. Oh, a rebreather. Can we make that? I think we might be able to. We just need a wiring kit. So we need more silver. There it is, rebreather. Nice. So we'll put the gold back, we'll put a quartz back, and we'll store those 2 things that we have. Let's have a look.
Laying pre-recorded distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal
Oh, that's quick.
uploaded to PDA.
So that's actually pretty deep. Not sure if I've ever... Oh wow, there's so many. And a minute to appreciate the moon. And the wreckage. And let's get on with it. So now we have over a minute of air. Or 2 minutes of air, I'd imagine. Okay, let's check. Is this near the ship? I don't want to go near the Aurora. Nope. There shouldn't be any Leviathans near here, which is good. Very short work on this Sea Glide. The further out you go into the different sections you go... Oh, it's a sand shark. The more things you find. This is the... I've forgotten the names. The kelp forest, the blood forest. Lots of red stuff. Okay, we have 100 seconds. Let's have a look. And there's a PDF.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Okay, once we have a fair bit of silver, we are well on our way.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, we don't want to do that just yet. Let's take a breather. Oh, look at that, a Leviathan. These guys are harmless, they're just really big. Oxygen obviously drains quicker the deeper you are, which is why you get submarines with depth modules once you start playing the game. Okay, we do love our silver. Silver is amazing. I found a Seamoth fragment here, which means I want to keep looking around this area so I can make a whole one. Okay, here we go. A big ruin. This is beautiful. Stay above 100. On the top you can see I'm at 96. I'm going to try to stay above that as long as I can. Obviously I will have to go down eventually.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continue to monitor.
Oh, a bioreactor. That is pretty handy. When your base doesn't have power at night because of the solar panels running out, you can just chuck fish or plants or whatever in there and it recharges. I am looking for more parts of a Seamoth though, which is our very first submarine. Alright, that's an entrance to the caves, which I will probably be exploring very soon. Let's catch our breath, get our bearings. Glider is on 56%. Now there are a lot of entrances into the cave. You don't have to choose one specifically. But since I am here and
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
pretty sure this is the mushroom caves. Yep, I'm going to drop the beacon here. I'm actually not sure if it's called the mushroom caves, but give it a punch and we will call it mushroom cave. Oh, you bastard. Something hit me. They're little piranha-like fish as well, by the way. Well, calm. Nothing can hurt you except for these things and these things. And some of these things. Alright, keep an eye out at the ruins. We just need 1 or 2 more scans to make your Seamoth. Normally they're all in the same biome. We will do 1 more tank's worth of searching and then we will head back. Oh, a scanner room fragment. Wow, hidden. Scanner rooms let you find materials and track things like monsters, whatnot.
Integrating new PDA data.
The bigger a wreckage, the more goodies it usually has. Not always, but sometimes. And wreckages usually span further out than they do. If you can't always see where there's more wreckages, feel free to wander around in a big circle. And you might get lucky. The Aurora was a monstrous ship. Alright. Let's head back. This thing is due for a new battery soonish. Lots of scrap, but I want a Seamoth fragment. You wait till I have my submarine, mister, and I'm just gonna ram into you. Come on, I need 1 more wreckage. Oh, mobile vehicle bay. This is what we need. 1 more of them and we can actually build our Seamoth. What is that? Oh, it's a very scary looking egg. Never mind then. Okay, this is also... Oh, here we go. Perfect. A wreckage. Let's see what we can find.
Passing 100 meters.
Is that the last fragment we need?
Efficiency decreased.
We need 1 more. Okay, we're basically 45 minutes in and we're at the milestone where we have what we need to build a submarine. Seamoth is on 24% power. That's going to need another battery. Which is fine, we have copper. Okay, scanner room fragment, sure. Another bioreactor fragment. I will cut you. Okay, we need a laser cutter to get into that area. More bioreactor fragments. And our last sea moth fragment. After this, we just need the mobile vehicle bay. Wow, 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 wow. Come on, give me one more piece. I don't want to go home till I can actually make this thing. Okay, once I get the last piece of the mobile vehicle bay fragment, I will go back to base and we will reassess. So the Sea Glide is 20%. Oh, look at these beautiful things. Look how cool they are. Again, they are not hostile, they are just massive. Alright, I'm going to look for one more wreckage, hopefully the next mobile vehicle bay. And with that I should be done. Jackpot.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I think that's the last bio. Oh no, we've already got one. Whoops. What? Don't tell me that's an empty ruin. Well, I guess it had a lot of bio parts. Alright, lost wreckage. Let's find this. Wow, look at this place. Maybe I can build a base here. This is really cool. The water's a bit murky though. I probably don't like this place. Oh wow, is that what I think it is? A laser cutter that lets us get into things. I actually thought it was a stasis rifle which can freeze anything in the game, which is really good. You automatically can survive anything once you get that, because you can shoot anything and they become suspended in time. Alright, the Sea Glide is on 4% battery. They're going to die out soon. It's also getting dark. We really want to find something very soon. Now what we're going to do now is go to here. Oh, God. So if we click our gun and we push R and X, we unload the battery. And then we can change the batteries out for the repair tool. It's a very handy trick for when you run out of battery. You can swap it with a battery you wouldn't normally use. Batteries can be recharged and remade pretty cheap, so it's fine. Okay, please be our last mobile vehicle bay fragment. No, scanner room. Done.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, let's do a save. We've got quite a few bits. Oh, we're at the trench. The deep sea trench. This is endgame. We go down here to get to the lava zone and the deep zones. If I had a beacon, I'd put it down, but I don't really need to because I think I'll remember where this place is. There are a few parts of the laser cutter.
Passing 100.
And that makes all of them.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
It's not on my list of priorities of things to make.
New blueprint acquired.
Once I make a Seamoth and establish a base, that is when I will start doing some better reconnaissance. Okay, what's this? I've already got the Seamoth, I just need the vehicle bay. Gonna run out of room soon with all this stuff I'm getting. Okay, we've already been there. We are going to head back home now, back to base, but we are going to go the long way. Come on, I literally need one more. Go to blueprints. Mobile vehicle bay. One more piece.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development. Seek fluid intake.
Oh, I'm getting thirsty. Alright, it's a bit disappointing. Might have to go home empty-handed. It's alright, once it's daytime we can come back. I was hoping to start a base within the first hour, but Seamoth is good enough. Let's get our water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Nice. Let's get our rebreather so we can go below 100 meters. And there's our habitat builder.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read?
This is
Over.
Depressor.
nothing but vacuum. These Altera ships, they run low on engine grease, and then SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. You still need our assistance. Over. I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
Check your quest log if you don't know what to do. It's all good. No new quests. Computer chip. Carl gold copper wire. I need a copper wire, which means we need more copper. All right. Let's head in a random direction and see what we can find. Maybe we can make something. I'm going to pick up a few of these on the way. Alright, we're in another bloody pot of somewhere bloody. They've got laser cutter fragments, which means they'll probably have the other fragments we need. Let's keep an eye out for the brain coral and whatnot. Just watch out for those floater things, they are very dangerous. I already have a bioreactor, thank you very much. I already have a sea moth, thank you very much. I would, however, very much like a opportunity to create my own sea moth.
30 seconds.
Oh, wow. The tank is great, but once you get a submarine, the game is just 1,000,000 times better. You can literally go wherever you want without after coming up for air. Alright, that's interesting. That looks like a scanner room. No. We already have one of those. These things shoot at you, watch out. It's a cool little circle. Alright, this place is pretty good for finding little bits and bobs. It's a lot of stuff you already have, don't worry about it. Let's keep on trucking. Now, ruins are where it's at, but they're not always going to just appear. And the deeper you go, the more things will probably want to kill you. Interesting. Okay, we've reached the 1 hour mark. Still no Seamoth, purely for bad luck. So we're really trying to find his last fragment. Could be anywhere out in this deep. A bar table. I don't mind if I do.
New blueprint acquired. Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drag core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation can occur within 2 hours.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Aurora go boom. God, would you let go? Alright, all this looking around is probably just going to make finding the last piece so much more worth it. Oh, that's deep. Alright, I didn't realize I went this far. Maybe I should go back towards that other life pod and keep looking around that area. Oh my god, we did it! Thank you. Alright.
Blueprint acquired.
I'm not sure how much stuff we'll need, but I will probably need some more lead, silver, and whatnots. So we'll keep an eye out for these things. Silver, copper. We got ourselves some titanium. See if we can make it to the life pod in one breath. Copper. Copper. Copper is good. We want the copper. Okay, battery's on 26, it's fine. We don't really need a Gary fish. Okay. Make some water. And let's have a look at our deployables. So we need titanium, lubricant, and a power cell. So power cell is 2 batteries and silicon rubber. God, it's so much. So we need copper and we need more acid mushrooms. Okay. Acid mushrooms done. Another pro tip. Empty out the batteries on your devices. Equip the full ones. And use the empty batteries to make things, that way you completely save yourself batteries. So let's make power cell. A lot of silicon rubber. And then we just need a lubricant and a titanium ingot, which is 10 titanium. I only made one lubricant, which is fine. Means we just need to go on a little bit of a trip. So drink that water we got. Delicious. Bite me all you want, I'm going way too fast. Inventory full, fair enough. There's the music. I'm sure we will need lots of lubricant later, so we will do that. Ta-da! Mobile vehicle bay. The king of the ocean. With this we can make whatever we need. Now generally I like to go to where my base is. Where's the Aurora? More towards here, I guess, the kelp fields. No, wait, that's near the Aurora. I did not want to go that way. This is, I think, where I normally have my base. Yep. And this is the overhang leading into the Red Forest, so this is normally where I have my base. I might still do that here, because it's just a nice spot, with a nice view of everything. However, the mobile bay will be going near the life pod for convenience. I think it can be packed up anyway. When making the Cyclops, I probably advise having a second one, not in the shallows. Okay. Basically just come somewhere with it, push right click, and that is that. Climb up, little drones come out, and you can see what you can make. So, wow, we actually don't need too much. Titanium, another power cell, and glass. Joy. I think that means I need 2 more copper. Alright, let's find 2 more copper. Should be child's play with a Seamoth. Come on, where are the nodes at? There's one. Don't want titanium, I'll let it drop. Pretty sure that lags the game if you just leave too much stuff, but this is a kind of supposed to be a fast run, and making another locker this early isn't a quick thing to do. It's a bit of a time waste. Wow, it's harder than I thought it would be. Alright, let's hope that's enough. Okay. Does the power cell need one battery or two? Two batteries. And I think we need another titanium ingot. Let's check our blueprints first. Seamoth, titanium ingot and glass. Now we just need glass. Beautiful. Got no glass at all, so let's look for some crystals. They're normally in caves, shouldn't be too hard to find. One, two. God, you're hidden. Three. Now what the hell? Let's get the cave sulfur. Alright, we are ready to make our Seamoth. Once we have that, we are in control of the ocean. Beautiful. It is time. It's even prettier at night because you can see them work.
Is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Boom. And now say goodbye to needing to do stuff.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Lights on, lights off. I love that noise. Oh, we got... Oh no, so they're the normal upgrades you can put into it. Okay, so it's got no storage normally, alright. Alright, I think I might actually end it there. I did want to make some of the base, but it's gonna have to wait.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, all right, but so are all the others.
Okay, that was a sunbeam. Okay, let's make another beacon. And now I want to really get towards doing the tool. The habitat builder, so I need a battery and a computer chip. Gold table coral. Which I already have. Cool.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh wow, I just need a battery now. So many batteries, wow. Alright, I literally just need 1 copper, guys. Bad. 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 God, I'm getting so much lead when I don't actually want it. It's got to be a first. Come on, copper. Oh.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Rip. And I'm suffering from radiation.
For your convenience, the radiation
Fiber mesh
has
and
been
lead.
added to your blueprint database.
So I need fiber mesh and lead. How do we make fiber mesh? We need 2 creep vine samples and we need lead. Do we have room in our inventory? Yep, we hopefully should. Basically, once that ship explodes, we want to make our radiation suit. We do need to enter the ship, but we can do that later on. People tend to have empty inventories and just bring food, water, and supplies. Not really a must, but if you want to, you can. You can always do multiple trips. Fiber mesh. Okay, now we have our radiation suit. Which we don't need once we fix the radiation leak, but for now we do need it. Okay. Let's use our other first aid kit. Do we have any fish? No, we don't. What was I going to pick? Ah, habitat builder. Battery. Did I end up getting any copper? Wow, no I did not. Alright. I came back because the ship was exploding, and the ship exploding is really cool. Okay, let's try this cave again. I'm sure I might have missed something. Caves always have so much good stuff. Oh, look at that. Absolute win. Okay, now at 20, we have our habitat builder.
The builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Oh wow, we can already make a fair bit. Alright. Let's go find a base location. I'm gonna put 1 pipe down and call it a day. So we will move towards the center a bit more, but not a whole lot, obviously. I do want to have a base that comes out of the ground as well. There are thermal vents somewhere over this way. No, I do not want to go towards that ship. I want to go away from it. Okay, this is normally where I build stuff on this overhang. It's got a wreckage underneath it. It's got a bay for whatever you need. I don't remember there being that much ugly debris there, but it's fine. I've got a nice view of the coral fields and a view looking down onto here. With a few caves to boot. Yeah, it could be higher. It never sits even. That's what annoys me about this thing. Alright, well I guess that's next time's problem. Oh, there you have it, this is our base location. We just need our materials and we're going to start building. Thanks for watching.